Hello there and welcome to Fairyland Cottage, and thanks very much for joining me here today. The days are getting cooler and the evenings darker, and I'm really just getting some cozy vibes, so I thought I'd share with you my favourite ways I stay cozy. Now the first way is warming myself up from the inside out, so things like toast and soups. A chunky vegetable soup or some lentils and vegetables and spices. I find it really nourishing and makes me feel warm and cozy. And with something like being cozy, it's such a personal thing, so I'd love to know your ways that you feel cozy during the day. And I also find being cozy self-care. It's just a way that I make myself feel really good. Especially when it's raining outside and it's cold. And especially if you're having a bad day, and you just want to make yourself feel better. It's like giving yourself a hug. So the next thing I do is light a fire. Now I didn't always have a fire, so before that I used to light some candles. But there's something about the ritual of lighting a fire. It's one of those activities that's a little bit of effort but gives huge reward. Whether it's collecting the logs or the sticks, rolling the newspapers, and then maintaining the fire during the day. And this fire stove we have actually is used to heat the entire house. So it's a luxury and a necessity both at the same time. The next way I feel the cozy vibes is baking. Now there's always something baking in our house, whether it's bread or cookies or some cakes. I'm just throwing together a banana bread. And it got me thinking about when I was younger, and I used to visit my grandmother's house, and she used to throw together some baking what seemed like about 5 minutes it would take her. And there was always a smell of baking in her kitchen, and it always gave me this wonderfully warm, cozy feeling. Let me know if you have parents or grandparents like that, where you always have to go to their house with an empty stomach because there will always be loads of food cooked very quickly that must be eaten. And that was my grandmother indeed. You just had to make sure you had an empty stomach before you visited her. And there was never an option of saying no to the food. The next thing for cozy is changing out of things like jeans and putting on some tracksuit bottoms, some cozy socks. Now in Ireland we call it tracksuit bottoms, but I think over in the States you call it sweatpants. But let me know anyway in your country if you call it something different. But just cozy clothes. Warm and comforting. The next thing I like to do is do some cozy activity. So for me it's something that I don't do that often, and it just makes me feel really relaxed. I'm making some baking soda and some lemon juice. I'm just using this to clean the silverware naturally. And it brings back so much memories of when I was a child and I used to help my grandmother clean the silverware in her home. And these here are hand-me-downs or gifts from friends and family. And I don't know what it is with it, something starts off dirty and ends up clean. Next thing is making a nice warm drink. Now I have a recipe for some turmeric latte, and this is a simplified version of it, just some turmeric, some sweetener, pinch of pepper and some milk of choice. And again, it's like the warming yourself up from the inside out. But I always like something a little bit extra special when I'm really wanting to up the cozy vibes. Next is lighting some candles. Now these beautiful wax candles we get locally, and he hand makes them from his beeswax. Next is the blanket. Now for me, I have to have a blanket covering me and then I feel warm and cozy. But for others, if I gave a blanket to my husband, he'd throw it back at me. So let me know if blankets are something you do like or it's just not your thing. Now my next cozy tip is watching a movie. It can be listening to music or a movie, just something that makes you feel really warm and fuzzy inside. Another little thing I do is I will turn off the electric lights. And then you probably saw over on Instagram, I got this gorgeous secondhand oil lamp. And everyone gave their suggestions of the oil, so I found some castor oil and I'm using that at the moment. And it's working absolutely fine. But there's a beautiful warm glow that an oil lamp gives that really creates a lovely cozy atmosphere. So there are the tips I have. I would love to know any of your cozy vibe tips down below or over on Instagram. And if you haven't subscribed, do if you want to see more videos like this, and a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you in the next video.